The table to the right shows the preference schedule for an election. Rewrite the schedule using the alternative preference schedule format. You'll notice that the alternative schedule preference format is indicated down here in the lower left hand portion of the screen, and I've just indicated that with an arrow. Here we're talking about the basic elements of an election, and we're looking at preference schedules. And what we want to do is we want to rewrite this. Notice that in this particular table, you have the candidate names. In this case, we're just using letters in the body of the table. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch that over here to this column. And what's going to happen is everything that's in the body of this particular table here is then going to become the ranking like this right here. So we're going to start by looking at the number of voters. Okay, so to change this or fill in the alternative preference schedule, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this first column, and that's going to be this column right here. And then what we want to do is we want to consider the fact that we're looking for the first, in this particular case, is going to be C. So then we come over here and we write 1 for C. The second for this column is going to be B. So then we'll write 2 right in here. And then the third is going to be A. And then the fourth is E. And then finally, the fifth one is D. So now we've gone ahead and we've assigned values or orders for that first column. We're going to do the same for the next column. And we're going to look for A, which in this case, we're going to look at the first column, or the first entry is going to be E. So we'll come over here and we'll put a 1 here. And then the second entry is a C, so we'll put a 2 right here. The third entry is a B, so we'll put a 3. The fourth entry is an A, so we put a 4 here. And then finally the fifth entry is a D. And then we're going to do that for the next column. And we'll find the first entry is a B. So we come over here and put a 1 here next to B. The second entry is A. Third entry will be C. The fourth entry will be E. And then finally the fifth entry will be D yet again. And then we'll do the next one, which we're going to look at our first entry. In this case happens to be A. Second entry is B. Third entry is D, so we'll put a 3 right here. Fourth entry is C, and that will be 4. And the fifth entry in this case is going to be E. And then we'll do the last column, and the first entry will be C. Second entry will be E. Third entry will be D. Fourth entry is B, and then the fifth entry is A. And that is the alternative preference schedule. Note that it said type in whole numbers here, and that's exactly what I've done in the table. And that's all we needed to do for this particular problem.